On February 27 this year at 9:52 am, Pakistan's Air Force decided to avenge Balakot. The Pakistanis dared to violate Indian airspace. Within seconds, India scrambled its jets to beat back Pakistan. Pakistan's F-16s were forced to retreat. One of the daredevils was India's intrepid wing commander Abhinandan Varthaman. His jet screamed into the air, his eyes seeing red. He pulled the trigger and brought down a Pakistan F-16. As India celebrates its 73rd Independence Day and her brave son is honoured with the Veer Chakra, his untold story is going to be revealed. For the next 24 minutes, listen to Squadron Leader Minty Agarwal, the pathfinder and fighter controller who guided Abhinandan to one of India's greatest air victories. This is a Times Now World exclusive.
Squadron Leader Minty Agarwal, welcome to Times Now. This is a big moment. You're an acknowledged hero on the 27th of February as fighter controller. What do you exactly do?
Right, sir. As mentioned, on 27 I was on duty, and well, as the name suggests, a fighter controller is the one who guides and takes a fighter aircrafts in air. He basically guides the fighter aircraft. The basic job of a fighter controller is in an air defense direction center. In an air defense direction center, we have sensors. Sensors are capable of picking up any aerial object which is flying in the air. Then we have all the planned movements with us well in advance. So once a sensor detects a pickup, we identify based on the movements which are already available to us. We identify them as a friendly or it can be an unknown aircraft. If it's identified as an unknown aircraft, a fighter controller scrambles a fighter aircraft or vectors any aircraft which is in the air and guides them towards the unknown aircraft to check the identity. And later on, when it is identified as an hostile aircraft, we engage that aircraft and subsequently we destroy them. So a fighter controller is the one who has the holistic picture, who is seeing the picture of airspace of the enemy and of its own. So fighter controller ensures the safety of our airspace and prevents any airspace intrusion.
Basically, you have the entire battle in front of you.
Exactly.
And on the 27th, this was a day after Balakot, you were probably expecting something. You had a combat air patrol in the air.
As all of us are aware, we have very successfully carried out Balakot strike mission over the non-military targets, that is the terror camps. Yes, definitely we were expecting a retaliation from enemy. The day I was present in the my operation room, the place where I was sitting as a fighter controller, it is a front end of air defense, where we are not ready for a day or a two. We are ready 24/7
all
and
the time.
365 days.
And then, of course you are, then you saw the radar screen and the sky was full of planes of the Pakistani Air Force and you saw danger in the air. What is that moment for you? Tell me how you felt at that moment, that yes, this has come, and what is it that you have to do at that point?
In day-to-day operations, in the normal operations, we monitor the activity, the air activity of our adversary as well as of our own airspace. In generally, the aircrafts are available on the screen. That day also, there were aircrafts which were available, which we observed. There were few amount, and slowly with time, the amount of aircrafts increased. And then they turned red. That means they were identified as hostile and we can clear them to engage. At that moment of time, I realized as a fighter controller, a call came from inside. Yes, this is the time why I joined Indian Air Force.
That was the big moment, right?
Right.
And then you have to do something. You have to tell your friends, your colleagues, that they have to scramble. You have to sound the red alert. You said they turned red, which means they were hostile.
Yes, sir.
So the red alert goes out, right? What is it that you did at that point?
Sir, there were so many aircrafts in the air. They were occupying all the axis of J&K area. And we had some aircrafts which were available on station as a deterrence, as an AD measure, as a preventive measure. But since the number of aircrafts which were available on my screen were more, the force ratio was more, and to counter them, yes, definitely we had to scramble additional aircrafts.
Okay, so what does a fighter controller tell people? What is the first thing he or she has to do? Does she pick up the phone and say, look, this is what we have to do. We have what, 24 aircraft in the air, and from their signatures, radar signatures, you knew whether they were F-16s or JF-17s. Tell us what the battle, what you saw before you. Tell us a little about the battle once it started.
Yes, sir, you are right. We have direct hotlines. Aircrafts which are available on the operational readiness platform, they can get airborne from ground and they are available in the air in a very short span of time. And yes, of course, we had the electronic signatures available to us from the different type of aircrafts which were flying in the adversary area. It includes F-16, JF-17, etc. And as a fighter controller, we all are well aware about the capabilities and ranges, the missiles which all these aircrafts carry. And it is a part of our training, how to counter them, how to take on and in the airspace, we practice.
Of course. So you have to then, you told people on the hotline that yes, there are what, 24 fighters, whether they are JF-17s, whether they are F-16s and so on. So the Indian Air Force had to scramble. Tell me what the battle was like from your eyes, because nobody has seen the entire battle, and you can tell us what was the air battle like, because this was the first air battle in the subcontinent since 1971, and you had a ringside view of it.
Yes, definitely. It was like my whole screen was lit up with red color. There were aircrafts on the adversary side, there were aircrafts on my Indian airspace territory. We were into the intense situation to counter the situation, and the only idea in the mind was to take them, to shoot them, and if they dare to come again, we'll shoot them many more.
Of course. And the important point is also you were directing your fighters towards the enemy, but you also knew how capable they were. So you also had to ensure that they were away from the launch envelope as well. So you were clearly in communication with all your fighter pilots.
Definitely, as a fighter controller, it is my duty, it is my responsibility not only to guide an aircraft and an interceptor to provide a weapon solution to achieve a lock-on so that the missile can be launched. At the same time, I have to keep this in mind that I have to keep my aircraft safe.
Exactly. Exactly. And you knew the F-16. You knew their capability, their performance, the kind of AMRAAM missiles they had. So you had all of that in mind, and surely you would have told your fighter pilots about it.
Definitely, sir. We have, whenever we observe any enemy activity, they are changing their posture, we do warn our fighter pilots which we are controlling, and well aware of time, well ahead of time we warn them and maneuver them safely.
I want to take you to that half an hour of your life, just for 1 second perhaps. If you remember what you told perhaps one or two of your fighter pilots, or one or two of the orders you gave out at that point, what would you remember from there?
Sir, at that time I was not controlling a single aircraft.
Yeah.
That time there were multiple aircrafts which I was controlling on the same frequency. So how many times, how many aircrafts I warned, I threat, I don't think I can answer this at this point of time.
You saw Wing Commander Abhinandan move towards the F-16. You saw him fire the R-73 missile. Tell me about that moment when you saw the F-16 vanish from the screen. Tell me about that moment.
Yes, sir. Wing Commander Abhinandan, from the time he got in the air, he was airborne. I was controlling him. I provided him the air situation picture. During the aerial engagement, Wing Commander Abhinandan was informed about the enemy aircraft posture, and he has launched offensive on the most appropriate target. I was monitoring the whole situation, and then I saw the pickup of F-16 vanishing from my screen. The feeling at that time, I don't have any words to explain.
Squadron leader, that moment when you saw your aircraft, Abhinandan's MiG-21, in a launching position, he probably would have fired the missile, and then you saw the F-16 vanish from the screen.
As I told you, I was not controlling a single aircraft.
Yeah, there were others, of course.
And others were there, and trying to understand that air situation is a very flexible situation. It's a very dynamic situation. I cannot even move by eyeball here and there and concentrate. I have to move on. We all are air warriors. We have to move on. I was controlling other missions also, so I kept vectoring the other aircrafts towards the enemy aircrafts.
Of course, it was a good feeling.
Definitely.
But you also had to keep your fighters away from the launch envelope. So you were warning them all the time, were you?
Yes, sir. As I already mentioned, it's a part of our training, the tactics which we are taught. We have to keep all that considerations into our mind, and we have at an appropriate ranges, we have to warn them, and I was constantly doing this.
As fighter controller, you saw Abhinandan going across, and you would have warned him about the launch envelope of the F-16. Was he able to hear you? What was it that you told him? And what happened on the screen? Because you would have seen him go down, and it would have been very disappointing.
Sir, I was not controlling only one aircraft, which was of Wing Commander Abhinandan. There were many other aircrafts which were maintaining that frequency. So when I lost the blip of Wing Commander Abhinandan, or whether he could hear my communication, ground to air communication, this I cannot surely say he had heard or not, because I was continuing monitoring the air situation picture and vectoring the other aircrafts which were maintaining the same frequency.
There's a lot of talk, particularly from across the border, that the Pakistanis shot down a Sukhoi 30 MKI. Tell me. And you're laughing.
I really don't know why you're asking this question, but I was monitoring the airspace, and all our Su-30s are available to us, and we have not lost single Su-30. We have lost only one MiG-21, and all our Su-30s are exactly safe.
But it must have been a great feeling after all this was over, because at the end of the day, you had helped in repulsing a very determined Pakistani attack, and all those Indian positions they tried to bomb eventually turned out to be safe.
Exactly, sir. On 26 early morning in February, We have very successfully carried out the Balakot strike mission over the non-military installations, and let me tell you that this mission went through unchallenged. So it was a great feeling of pride with all of us.
Of course. And then the 27th, when the Pakistanis tried to attack your positions, all the army camps, what happened was, because you were alert, because our Air Force did what it did, those places could not be attacked and they were safe. That must have been a great feeling for you.
Definitely.
Because you helped to save them.
Yes, we controlled the missions, and all of our fighter aircrafts were safe, and they failed to attack. Their all targets failed, and they could not do any much damage in our military installations.
That was, I think, a big moment. How did you feel when that period got over? Because this must have been the most concentrated, the most intense half an hour of your life as a professional. When it was over, what was it? A sense of relief, a sense of happiness, a sense of pride? What was it?
When you are talking about stress, I must tell you, there is no space, there is no time to think about stress, and we are into the intense battle, and we cannot think about stress. And actually at this point of time, our training, which is in a very disciplined and professional manner, comes into picture.
Of course.
All are being trained in such a manner that stress does not affect us.
That's very important. But after the mission, after your work got done, after the Pakistanis were repulsed, there must have been a sense of satisfaction that you were part of this great defensive operation which was successful.
Yes, definitely. Satisfaction was there, but let me clarify, this is not an individual job, this is a team effort. And in a team, each and every individual has a key role to play. It can be a pilot, it can be a controller, or the air crew. And in this, our training to deal as a team with the synergy of action comes into play. And on that day, I feel I was chosen by God. I was lucky to be the part of that team. Had been given a chance, I will again perform the same. I'll request God to give me the energy to perform in the same dedicated and professional manner.
I suppose when you joined the Air Force nearly 9 years ago, you would not have imagined you would be in the kind of position that you were.
Joining Indian Air Force was my childhood dream, and I think these are the memories, these are the moments of which dreams are made up of. And we, the Air Warriors, secretly desires to be the part of actual operations.
But that moment, that first moment, when you saw the sky full of Pakistani fighters, as you said, the radar screens all went red. That was that moment you were talking about, that you wanted to be part of operations.
So we all Air Warriors, we all wait, when we join Indian Air Force, we think that one day we will participate into the actual operations, and how many get the chance to participate? Very few. At 8 years of service, I got a chance to participate, and I saw the actual operations. I was very lucky.
You didn't just see it, you were part of it.
Sir.
And you were not only part of it, you played a very central role in the operations. And I want to take you to that first moment when you saw the sky full of red, little blips. What was that moment like? Did you feel that that time has come? That time you dreamt of being part of operations, that moment has come?
Exactly, sir. And it was like अभी अंदर आए अपनी मर्जी से, पर जाएंगे हमारी मर्जी से, और जिंदा जाएंगे भी कि नहीं, ये हम ही डिसाइड करेंगे.
That's exactly the point I was making. And that other moment must have been that feeling of course, after that, a MiG-21, an oldish plane, has downed an F-16. Clearly, it speaks about the skill, the training, the ability of the Air Force.
Exactly, sir.
Doesn't it?
Definitely, sir. It is a very big thing. MiG-21 upgraded Bison that has taken a launch on F-16. It is basically a. Why? Because the training, the training plan of our academies had it justifies the training plan of our academy, and same the competency of our pilots and the controllers and the aircrew team.
It's a half an hour, and yet there is a great feeling of pride that we have beaten back the Pakistani attack. We have downed an F-16. Yes, of course, there is disappointment that we have lost one of our fighters.
Definitely, sir. That was the moment we all were waiting for, and I pray to God, if had been given a chance, we had shoot them once and will shoot them again.
You will shoot them again. And you would have had that feeling when the day Abhinandan came back from Pakistan.
So that moment was very full of joy, full of happiness, full of content. That moment I cannot explain in words. Definitely it was a moment of great happiness, not only with me, with whole nation.
I agree. And the whole nation has not forgotten. Your medal, your Independence Day medal, is a big moment. For someone who is now a national hero, what would you tell all the young men and women who want to join the Air Force, who want to join the services?
Well, actually I am not aware of this thing about the medal, but I, being a soldier, I performed my duties, and I think I am very junior to comment upon the motivation to the youngsters, but nonetheless, yes, there is no substitute for hard work. I belong to a small town. If I can live up to the moments, I think in India, today, everyone can give wings to their dreams. Success is irrespective of gender, irrespective of place you belong to. Only requirement is you are dedicated towards your goal and you are focused.
And as a little girl, you wanted to be an Air Force officer.
Yes, sir. It was my childhood dream to be the part of Indian Air Force.
You've got your medal. The world remembers all the things you've done. Tell me about the future. What is it that you see before you?
Well, probably handling such a situation now, I will have a story from my grandchildren to tell upon, and they might not believe. I am not sure of that.
And now that you're an officer of the Air Force, it must be a big moment, and there is probably so much to look forward to in the future.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much for speaking with Times Now. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, sir.
You're watching the News Hour. की धड़कन है, हर दिल का हम प्यार माटी धड़कन है, हम फौजी इस देश की धड़कन है, हर दिल का हम प्यार माटी धड़कन है, पूरा करने चले हर वचन साथियों, अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों। अब तुम्हारे हवाले वतन साथियों, हम फौजी इस देश की धड़कन है, हर दिल का हम प्यार माटी धड़कन है।
आज हम यहाँ इसलिए आए हैं कि हमारे कश्मीर में केवल हमारा ही हक है और ये इंडियन आर्मी यहाँ हुकूमत कर रहे हैं। हम उनको यहाँ से मारकर भगाएंगे और आजादी से जिएंगे। कौन कौन है हमारे साथ? नहीं नहीं नहीं, हमारे साथ नहीं है, हम आपके साथ बिल्कुल नहीं है। पर आप सब तो आजादी से जीना चाहते हो ना? आजादी 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 कश्मीर।
उसे किस रूप में धरती पर भेजा था। आज उसी रूप को इंसान ने बेबस और लाचार बना दिया। पर दी है जिंदगी भगवान ने सभी को, क्या इंसान ये देख नहीं सकता? बनाया गया था हमें अच्छाई के लिए, बदल गया इंसान अपनी भलाई के लिए। अरे रुक जा रे बंदे, बंद कर तेरा कहर। बनाया है उसे भी भगवान ने जीने के लिए, ना दे उसे जहर, ना दे उसे जहर।
रहेगा पानी भरेगा रे गरे 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 गरे
चलेगा काफिला यारों का साथ, सजेंगे शिकारे गुल, लहराती झीलों की बुझेगी प्यास, गूंजेगी लोरियां गलियों में, फिर बच्चों की किलकारियां बांधेगी समा, फिर लिखी जाएगी एक नई कलम से कश्मीर की तकदीर।
कितनी खूबसूरत ये तस्वीर है, मौसम बेमिसाल बेनज़ीर है, ये कश्मीर है, ये कश्मीर है। कितनी खूबसूरत ये तस्वीर
Thank you.